Hey guys, what's going on? It's MJ Q&A and I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Good question come in, man. Training related question. Customer of ours, Jason Johnson. Don't know where Jason's from because he didn't let us know, but it doesn't even matter. Jason wants to know when I'm doing supersets, so when I'm using two exercises combined together during my training routine, when I'm doing supersets, what should I look for in pairing the two exercises? So what two types of exercises work best together when doing supersets? Jason, good question, man. Look, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't use supersets too often. I don't really like them because I find that it's very difficult to get a good mind-muscle connection between two exercises when you're doing them back to back. That being said, man, I do supersets every now and again, and I do train with a lot of people that love doing supersets. And the general principle is to use two exercises that are functionally different from each other. So what people will tend to say is they'll tend to say, look, when you're doing your supersets, combined like a typical compound exercise with a typical isolation exercise. So if I was to give you an example, man, you might say you're doing, let's say you're training quads, right? A good superset for quads would be to combine a compound exercise with an isolation exercise. So for example, you might do squats, which is your compound exercise, and superset that with leg extensions, which is your isolation exercise. Similarly, if you're doing chest, for example, you might superset bench press with dumbbell flies. So your compound exercise is your bench press, then you superset that with your dumbbell flies, which is your isolation exercise. That's the general rule of thumb, Jason, when it comes to doing supersets. Now, that being said, man, you know, in the sport of bodybuilding, general rules of thumb get thrown out the door all the time. So some people would want to do supersets where they combine two compound exercises. Some people like to do supersets where they combine two isolation exercises. My personal opinion on it is, man, you got to make sure the exercises are fundamentally different in their movement. So if you were to go and do, say for example, a bench press superset with an incline bench press, you're probably wasting your time. The exercises are too close together to actually, stimulate any extra muscle growth that you would be trying to do with the superset. Similarly, if you're doing two isolation exercises, such as if we go back to chest, you're doing your flat dumbbell fly with like a decline dumbbell fly, man, the movements are too close together for you to get any extra benefit out of it. So my advice to you, my friend, is to take two exercises that are fundamentally different in their movements, but obviously stimulate the same muscle growth, pair those two together, and that's how you should set up your supersets. Ideally, compound exercise with an isolation exercise. Jason, I hope that answers your question, my friend. Guys, if you've got any questions that you want us to answer in MJ Q&A, drop us an email at qa@massivejoes.com, drop us a message on our Facebook page, give us a phone call at MJHQ with your question. We'll do our very best job to answer it in the very next edition of MJ Q&A. Hit the subscribe button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, get all the latest updates of MJ Q&A and everything else we do on YouTube. And guys, that's MJ Q&A, and I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com.